Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to another session of my webinar series. In today's session, I'll be explaining about number sequence and serial number generation for collections in Canvas app. So let's move on to the elements to see what now happens. So first you'll have to add a gallery, right? In that gallery, you'll have to patch a single collection. Before making that single collection, you'll have to make two collections. One is for the actual data and one is for the sequence number generation. Both will be placed in the onStart property of the app. That will be patching the code. And also I'll also be explaining about different scenarios for number sequence. All right, next move on to the demo now. So here I have a screen that says about serial number generation. So serial number generation is like when you want to have multiple records in your collection and you don't have a direct method to have the serial numbers, right? So for that I'll go to onStart property of the app. Okay, in onStart property I'll create one collection, clear collect of, I'll make one vehicles collection here, vehicles with the year 2016. I can have a make, which manufacturer, and I'll have the model. I'll have something similar to like this, two more lines. Year, I'll just copy this, paste it, some other year, 2017. I'll have a same manufacturer with a different model. All right, and I'll have two elements in place right now. Okay, vehicles. I'll just copy a collection which I've already stored it here. Okay, this is one small collection which I've already made. Now I'll create another collection for having the serial numbers in place. So I'll name it as a row num. This collection and this collection should be different. Just make sure. I'll just name it as row num vehicles. Okay, and then I'll use a for all the elements which I have in my current thing, and I'll use the sequence formula which is from PowerFX. I'll count the number of rows which it has using count rows of the original collection, which is just vehicles. All right, for that I'll patch the code as the last records, means from a table at the end record whatever is there, from there it will pick and till the first n records from the same table, right? So for last means it will return the last row which will that will be returning from the table. First n will have the first number of records that will be coming from the collection here. So my collection is called vehicles. Comma value will be the values which are available in my collection. If you put two, only the first two records of the vehicles will come up. For example, only these two will come. That is how it is. That is why I put value. If I put value, all the records will be coming up. Okay, and then comma. I'll open a flower bracket and I'll give a name as serial number for the serial num and value. Okay, serial number and value, and I'll close the bracket. So if you see here, first collection will have all my data. For that data, I'll be having another collection that makes the serial number, serial num. So this is another code. Now I'll go to my serial number generation. Here I'll be having a gallery. Yeah, vertical gallery is fine. For this, the data source will be my original collection, which will be the vehicles collection. Okay, just okay. I'll have to press on start. Sorry about that. I have to click run on start, then that collection will be appearing here. Vehicles. Okay, let's go to on start and check what happened. On start, clear collect vehicles. Right. Now I'll again run on start. Come to gallery. Try. For vertical gallery, the collection should be vehicles. Yeah, now it is coming because I pressed on start property. Now there are 5 records here. For these 5 records, I need to generate a, I'm sorry. For these 5 records, I need to generate the serial numbers, right? You can just place it anywhere here. Give it some nice labels. Okay, now if there are records that are like 50, 100 and all, then it will be tough to track it. So for that reason, we'll be having a serial number here. So now since we made original collection as vehicles, you will not be getting the serial number here. So for that, instead of that, you will have to use the second collection name, which will be row num vehicles. Here anyways, for the original vehicles collection itself, we are patching the serial number, right? So for that, we'll be using it in this place in serial number generation. So I'll replace this with the new collection name, row num vehicles. Here I can add another text property, insert another text label. I'll name it as this item dot serial number because I already created earlier, so it will be coming there. So now you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the row wise you are getting the serial number generation. This is how we make a collection for serial number generation, right? Now let's move on to number sequence. So in number sequence, I have defined few scenarios here. How to display 10 numbers starting from 100, first 10 even numbers, display next 7 dates from today. So I'll be showing it to you in a collection, sorry, in a drop down. So go to drop down. In this drop down, you will have to use the items property. So for displaying 10 numbers starting from 100, you can use a formula called a sequence of 100. 100 is nothing but the number of records to be generated, and 1 will be the step count, step number. So it is like number of records, comma, step, right? Default it will be 1. If you want, you can give 1 or 2. So if I play this now, so it starts from 1, right? Step count will be 1 and then 100. Same way, I'll add another drop down. I'll display the first 10 even numbers. So same way, again use sequence. The number of records which I'll be showing there. Since step count is as 2, 1 will be default, I'll use 2 here starting from 2, and the step count will be 2 to get the even numbers here, right? So it's like 10 records I want starting from 2, and that 10 step count as 2. So it will be like 2 even numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 numbers have generated here with starting number as 2 and 2 as step count. Same way I'll generate it for next 7 dates from today. I'll have another drop down. Here I'll give it as for all the dates. I'll use for all here and have another sequence. I want to display the next 7 days, right? Here it says display next 7 dates from today. So I'll have 7 here, comma, today is the formula to have count from today, and the plus the value which will be a default formula, right? So what happens? Today is 31st of August. I'll be displaying the next 7 dates from today. If you click the drop down, next 7 dates will be given. 1st, 2nd, 3rd September, 4th September, up to 7th September it will be showing. Now here it's a different scenario. We need to display all the dates for the month of December, or it can be uh, text inputted uh, year in the year 2024. So for that what I'll do, I'll use one text input. So the month input will be here. You can input any month in numbers, and I'll have another drop down here. Okay, so for this I'll be giving it as, for all the items, I'll give it the sequence of keep maximum 31 days, and date will be the year first in this format, year, month, day. So year will be this, month will be the input. So take this and generate it as a, keep it as number. You can take this text input control, place it here in this place, dot text, comma value. So for this you will have to format as dot text, right, value and close brackets. So now what happens is, if I input my month as February, though I have given 31, it will start from 1st of February and move on to March, since I've given 31 records. So 29 will be last in February, and then it comes from, starts as March 1st and March 2nd, completing 31 records here in this place. So if you give March alone, it comes up to 31st March. So this will be useful in scenarios where you're trying to fill out a form, application form, and in those places we can use this kind of number sequence for dates or numbers. This can be done in reverse order as well, using -1, or here odd numbers, or any kind of today plus any other sequence of dates you want to use. You can use it in these kind of scenarios. That's it for today. This is about number sequence and serial number generation.